What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 NHL 25 Detroit Red Wings Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting the last episode. If you could also leave a thumbs up on this one, I'd really appreciate it. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you guys missed the last episode, spoiler warning, we're Stanley Cup champions. We actually made the final the year before, losing to Vegas Golden Knights in 7 after blowing a 3-1 series lead. And somehow the boys were able to rally after that and actually make it back to the Cup final and win it. And we actually beat the Vancouver Canucks. So super happy. We already have a Stanley Cup. Again, back-to-back, Stanley Cup appearances there. You can see the 2 Prince of Wales trophies. Can we make it back for a 3rd straight year? The last team to do that, of course, was the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is Yzerman's old team. I guess in this, I've technically taken over for Yzerman, but in my mind, he's just moved up. Now he's like, some president or something like that. And now look at the team we have this year, guys, to try and win back-to-back cups. You got McCann, Larkin, and Raymond on the first line, getting a +5. Larkin and Raymond there, both 90-plus players. You got Kane there, still playing pretty well at 38 years old. And we got Cousins in the middle, who's an 88. He's actually got highly potential. I saw some of you guys saying if he doesn't perform well in the first half of the year, try and trade him while his value's high. DeBrincat, of course, playing there with Kane. Third line, you got Rasmussen up to an 87, which is pretty good growth. Casper there's down 86. He's playing power play and PK. I think he'll just keep getting better for us. Also, Garnett here is a rookie. Drafted him 16th overall, 2026. He actually led the AHL in goals last season. I'm hoping he has a big season. And then 4th line there, you got Brandsteg, Nygaard, and Danielson, and JT Compher. So tons of depth. Of course, we got the star players. Defensively here, we're probably the best top 4 in the league. Edvinsson, Seider, Sandin Pellikka, Dobson, all 90+, all getting +5. And then even the bottom pair there, you got Shea Buium and Connor Murphy, who are both, pretty good defensively. Murphy especially, 93D awareness. And then Buium there, not too bad. He's actually got really good puck skills, I see, as well. So, that's going to be a solid decor. Goaltending here, we got Kosa, Augustine, both 87s, and they're both still on rookie deals, making 800K apiece. Now, Kosa will need to raise after this season. So, I feel like this is probably, our best year to win a Stanley Cup. Power play 1 there, absolutely stacked. Power play 2, I think, is still solid. Honestly, guys, you look through all the special teams here, we're getting great chemistry. Another reason why I decided to hold on to Lalonde, especially since he did win a Stanley Cup. PK 1 there, Larkin, Danielson. I should point out Danielson, his defensive awareness is kind of low, but he's got 90 shot block, 96 stick check, good skater, 5-star physical there with 99 strength. I think he's honestly going to be a beast for us in terms of just a 2-way player. Casper as well, really solid, 2-way guy. So we have a lot of, good young players coming up. This core of this team is still relatively young. No reason why this team, can't be a dynasty. AHL-wise, you got Bolshakov now at 81, Kiskinen even 83, so he's looking for a spot on the team. I think we probably will lose Rasmussen after this season, so he'll take over for him. You got Maggio there, Plant, Mazer, I think a fine second line. Soderblom there, down on the 3rd line, but, 78 overall, maybe could be a 4th liner for us. We've also got the Grieva twins there. In terms of the defense, Kuliachanik, Hensler here, 83. He'll be taking over for Connor Murphy. Again, we are going to be losing some money, so nice to see we have young players on the come-up who already can fill spots. And then goaltending, we even got Jack Ivankovic here, 82 overall. He'll probably be a guy we trade unless, Kosa costs us way too much. Then maybe we go Augustine and him, but we'll see what happens. And now in terms of the ratings, guys, for this season, we've got 91 offense, 95 defense, 89 goaltending. So we should be a force. Let's see what happens. And actually, guys, speaking of the contract situation, that's something I want to take a look at right now. So Dylan Larkin, 93 overall, is our highest rated player. We've got just under $4 million in cap space, which we can use at the trade deadline. Sandin Pellikka, 90 overall, is going to want a huge payday. And 6.7 is crazy cheap. That's perfect. 4 years. I'm literally just going to give him that. I don't want to, lowball him, then he comes back wanting more. 6.7 for a 90 is crazy. Gave him exactly what he wanted. Still says he doesn't want to rush it. All right. Now, Rasmussen here, I said we'd probably lose. Luckily, though, we have his replacement. He does only want $3 million for 2 years. For an 87, that's really good. Maybe if JT Compher is the guy we lose, we instead bring back Rasmussen. Yeah, Compher wants 6.7, currently playing 4th line. So you know what? I guess Kiskinen can come in for Compher. Rasmussen we could keep a really high related, 4th liner here. I'll just honestly, again, offer him what he's asking. I think that's a great price. And he's going to, come back to us. Connor Murphy, we probably cannot keep unless it's like $1 million. He wants 5. So yeah, he's gone. Brandsteg, Nygaard playing 4th line. If he's asking for too much, $2 million isn't bad. I could see that coming down, again, because, he is playing 4th line, but it is a pretty decent ask. You're going to see if we can maybe save 200K on him, just because, again, he's playing 4th line. I feel like we should be able to get him for under $2 million. Kane, of course, we'll wait to see whether or not he retires. And then in terms of the goaltenders, Kosa, I plan on probably being the starter, although they will split 1 year, 2.7. It's pretty fair. 2 years, 3. Yeah, definitely don't want to give him 6 million because we have Augustine there, and of course we got Ivan Kovic coming up. I think on the 2-year though, I'll give him exactly what he's asking, the 3 million bucks there. On a bridge, I feel like that's pretty fair, especially like he's already 87. Honestly, most of the contract asks were a lot lower than I expected, so I wonder if that's because we were coming off a Stanley Cup win. Guys are willing to take, a little bit less, stay playing on a championship team. And there you go, guys. Rasmussen said yes, 2-year deal. Kosa said yes to the 2. Stanley Pellica we got for the rest of this at 6.7. Again, 90 overall offensive defenseman. Production-wise, he didn't really have the numbers last year, so that might be why he was also cheaper than I expected. Brandon Nigar also said yes. We honestly probably could have got those guys maybe a bit cheaper, but I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. They're already asking for, I thought, very fair contracts. And now, guys, rather than December here with a record of 24-9-3, currently second place in the division. The Bruins at 57. They're crushing it. I think, wow, yeah, we're second in the division and second in the entire NHL, so it's always our division that's, they're doing the best. In terms of the AHL teams, 17-11-1, not bad, currently in a playoff spot. We'll see how both these teams look come trade deadline. And we're on the trade deadline, guys, with a record of 41-14-5, so teams continuing to crush it. Second place in the division still, though, behind the Bruins, and I think we're also, second place in the entire NHL, so hopefully someone else takes the Bruins out for us. 31-17-5 is the AHL team record, and they're third in the division. So both teams currently in a playoff spot, which is nice to see. And again, we have just under 4 million in cap space for the deadline and try and, bring somebody in. I see Kosa stats that aren't too bad. 915 save percentage. Looks to be getting more of the starts than Augustine, so maybe he actually grew in overall by 1. Larkin there leading the team in points with 65. Dobson, defensive scoring leader, only 26. So, interesting. I took Sider off the power play because last year they had like a couple power play points anyways. Most of us even strength. I guess they're all just kind of mixing it up. Garnett's got 36, okay. In terms of the AHL team, Kiskin there's got 46. Again, I already mentioned he'll probably be taking over for JT Comfort next season. So, at the deadline here, I don't really know what we need. Like, the team's really good. Last year we did nothing just because nothing made sense. I didn't want to force a trade. I'm fine doing that again, but obviously we'll take a look. If the right trade makes sense, I'll make it. Zach Werenski would be crazy, bringing him back to Michigan. Pierre-Luc Dubois now in 88. Hurdle there, Frost, Hyman, Eriksson X, Sanheim, Velarde, Bowen Byram, Luke Dostal. Honestly, some interesting names here available. And now this is kind of crazy, guys. Dylan Larkin's now 94 overall, up from 193. Also, Dylan Cousins here, I guess he already turned 27, so potential there. Instead of high elite, it's just guaranteed elite. So the value is not bad. It's above McCann. He's actually having a really good season, though. 45 points, 60 games as a second-line center. I don't mind that. He's also gained a ton of X factors. I'm fine just holding on to him. Honestly, I was trying to think, maybe we could go after Werenski. I don't really know what trade would make sense. So yeah, actually interesting. Kosa dropped by 1. Augustine dropped by 2. I don't know how that happens. Again, team's playing really well. Somehow they both drop in rating, but it is what it is. Kasper's actually up by 1, now at 87. Rasmussen's up by 1. And again, I was thinking 4th line for him. He just keeps getting better and better. It's probably just the 5-star physical with him being a power forward. And I'll look at the defense here, guys. Of course, we're not moving Siders to 93. Dobson, I was thinking, could flip for Werenski, but he's honestly higher rated, making about the same money. Evanson, we're not moving. Stanley Pellica, definitely not moving now. He's on a great contract. So I think we're just locked in with this top 4. And again, it's a very solid top 4, so I'm fine with that. And actually, guys, speaking of Werenski, I can't even trade for him. Apparently, he doesn't want to go to Detroit. That's definitely false. He would have Detroit as one of the teams he'd get traded to. And also, guys, look at Augustine's numbers. I know he's a backup. He's got some crazy numbers. 925 save percentage. Again, Koza, though, is fine as a starter for right now. 915. I really can't be upset. And I was looking at Patrick Kane here, guys. He's down to an 82, but still putting up points. 51 on the year in 60 games. That's solid. And now next year, guys, looking to make an insurance trade. The Columbus Blue Jackets picking up Tyler Bertuzzi, obviously former Red Wing. Honestly, he's just going to be our 13th forward. If anyone's not performing in the playoffs, we can sub him in. 83 overall power forward. Good physical stats there, which I think the game does like. In the bottom 6. Only has 8 goals, 3 assists. Don't really want to pay too much. Look at the skaters they liked. Originally, I clicked on this Greer guy. Definitely holding on to him. Check out the stats. He's almost averaging a goal a game in college. Or maybe it's the USA National Development Team, whatever you want to call it. 45 assists as well. This guy might be a player. We got him 6th round, 2026. Yeah, you can't really ask for much more than that from a prospect. The guy above him, though, Thorne, 62 overall, still at 20, medium top 4. If he's still low 60 at 20, he probably won't pan out. If we could give him up 1 for 1 here. Actually, he's got more value than Bertuzzi. So they would give us a future 4th with Bertuzzi for him. I'm actually pretty happy with this. And they say yes. Okay, so we get some insurance there in terms of the forward group. Plus, we get a pick back. Again, the team's playing so well. It's hard to really, add anybody without messing it up. And I think, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The team definitely showed that last year. We made no trades, and they went on to win the Stanley Cup. All right, guys, so the trade deadline is now over. You got anyone there going to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Voronkov to the Montreal Canadiens is pretty big. Carter Bear going back the other way. Our trade for Bertuzzi. Andre Burakovsky to the Bruins. Let's take a look here. Duro 5 to the Ducks, another pretty big trade. Travis Sanheim, Minnesota Wild. Nicholas Hague, Florida Panthers. Kosick there, the Vegas Golden Knights, not a bad young player. Zach Hyman going to Minnesota Wild. Riley Boychuk, Hunter Haight to the Oilers. So I guess they just had cap issues. Kirill Marchenko to Boston, so Columbus definitely selling. I mean, we saw that with Renski on the trade block. Brad Marchand goes to Chicago, of course, had not been traded when we started this. Vogel there, the Buffalo Sabres. Minnesota trades Riley Height, another one of their better prospects for Tom Wilson and Martinook. So Minnesota definitely going all in. And now to the trade deadline, guys. Here's an updated look at the team. As I mentioned, Larkin's down 94. Cousins got a bunch of X factors. Kane down to 82. Garnett there's also up to an 82. Casper down 87 with Big Tipper. Rasmussen 85. Conference got the injury X factor. Danielson there's an 87 now, so he just keeps getting better and better. Defensively here, looks like we still got top 5 on the +4. Bomb pairings 8 +2. Bouillon there up to an 86. And then goalie-wise, yeah, no rating changes. So, I mean, overall, this looks like a championship team to me. And again, we got Bertuzzi, can plug in forward-wise. If anyone's not pulling their weight, hopefully this team can run it back and win another Stanley Cup. And now, guys, we're at the end of the regular season here with a record of 52, 22, and 8. So over 50 wins again. Very happy with that. We finished second place in the division. Again, the Bruins beat us out there with 116. 112, though, we did hold on to second place in the entire NHL. Looks like we'll play the Lightning there in the first round. AHL-wise, they actually got a playoff spot, third in the division there. 41, 22, and 7 record. Very solid. And I'll take a look at the stats for this season, guys. You can see Dylan Larkin led the way there, 83 points. So our only player over point per game. Jared McCann playing that line with him, 75. Raymond, 71. Ideally, you have guys putting up a bit more points, but again, because we have so much depth, that's usually the reason why they score less, which I don't know if that's, entirely accurate just because you have more depth on your team. I feel like the star players could still produce. Look at guys like Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid. Bringing in a better third line forward, I don't think would reduce the amount of points they put up. ADB there, 57. Cousins, 55. Casper, close to 50. Same with Garnett, 47 his rookie season, +16. Maybe could win the Calder depending how good the rookie class is. Dobson, 41 was our defensive scoring leader. Sandy Pellica, only one behind him. Then it's Edvinson. Sider definitely fell off in terms of production. And again, last year he only had 4 points on the power play. The rest came on like even strength, which means he had like 55 even strength points this year. Almost half of that. Rasmussen here, only 20 points. Lowest score. Tyler Bertuzzi, of course, does not play with us. So Connor Murphy at 13 does make sense. Now, in terms of the goaltending here, Costa finished with a 9-1-3, 5 shutouts. I think that's solid numbers. Augustine, as well as the backup, played very well. HL-wise, Ivan Kovic, 9-1-5. Garrett Samick even better at 9-1-9. And then leading the HL team in scoring, Kiskinen again. He'll be getting called up next year. Bolshnikov, 52. May get, called up, or we might have to move on from him. I just don't know if there'll be a spot, unfortunately. Lombardi there at 50 points. Maggio, Mazer, both close to 50. So HL team, looking pretty good. And in terms of the entire league here, guys, David Pastrnak put up 72 goals. Are you kidding me? 127 points. Cale Makar, 122. Matthews, 76. I know in our most recent roster update with Vasi and Tugi, I reduced Matthews and Pasternak's shooting ability a little bit just because they seem to be a bit too good. Although, if the AL wanted to, they could just boost their shooting every offseason and eventually they get back to be insane. Nylander there also in the top 5. Natchez as well there, 112 with Boston. McKinnon, Connor, Kucherov, Crosby, still getting it done at 40 years old, 99 points. That's crazy. In terms of the goals, of course, yeah, Matthews, 76 goals is going to get you the Maurice Richard. The fact that he had almost as many goals as our leading scorer and Larkin had as many points is, tiny bit concerning. Goaltenders here, Nabokov, 46 wins there with the Avs. Best save percentage for a starter, it's going to be Shesterkin, a 9-1-9. Best goals against for a starter, also Shesterkin, so he's probably taking home the Vezina. And now rookie skaters here, Rubrick there, 69 points with the Pens. Okay, so yeah, he probably wins the Calder. Bergchild, Stenberg. I mean, Garnett, 2 less points than Stenberg. Much better plus-minus. He'd probably be a nominee, but yeah, I think it's going to be Rubrick there taking it home. I'm going to go saying, guys, in terms of the entire league, Boston there wins the President's Trophy. We got second. You had 7 teams with 100-plus points. Florida kind of gets screwed, 92, finishing 10th. Don't get in. Philly as well, 12th there with 92. Now, wow, look at that. Dallas, 19th, 86 points, makes it into the playoffs. Last place team in the entire league this year is Buffalo, 45 points. The fact they're still bad is crazy. Boston there, first in goals for. And even though our leading goal scorer at 83 points, we still finished 6th in goal scoring. Again, that just kind of shows the depth on this team. Goals against. The Rangers actually had the best, so almost won the Jennings this year, but not quite. And like I was saying, guys, in the first round, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, unreal first line, Gensel, Point, and Kucherov. Geeky there's up to an 87, playing on a second line there with Sorelli and Hagel, very impressive top 6. Howard up to an 83 for them. They got Paul still on the team, okay. In terms of the defense, most are there on the top pair. Trouba, Hedman's down to 85. So their D's got good depth, but they don't really have, top pairing defensemen. And they still do have Vasilevsky in net, 86 overall. They still got a 99 poise, so going to be a problem here in the playoffs. And so here we go, guys. Game 1 against Tampa Bay, of course, we'll have home ice until we play Boston. And Game 1, there's a big win, 6-2. Game 2, hopefully can win back-to-back. be up 2-0 heading to Tampa, and we do. Same score, 6-2. Let's go. So game 3 and 4, of course, are back in Florida, Tampa Bay. 4-2 win and a 4-3 OT win. Let's go. We actually sweep the Lightning. Honestly, I thought that Lightning team was pretty impressive, so I did not expect a sweep. I think that just shows how good this team really is. And of course, guys, we got the Boston Bruins in the second round. So dumb. 1 and 2 seed in the entire NHL playing each other in round 2. Like, come on. Conference finals one thing, but round 2 is just ridiculous. I am curious to see, though, what this Boston Bruins team is looking like, that they're playing so well. I saw Swayman, of course, still their starter. Morgan Geeky's up to an 87 for them. Impressive. Natchez, we did see now on the team. Pastrnak there's a 96. Marchenko they just traded for. Potter up to an 86. Lusteranian they got. Mikheyev. Lindholm still there. Zuccarello. We actually tried signing him. Lysell, Lars Eller, Burakovsky. So definitely like a totally new look forward group. Defensively, Rye on the top pair now with McAvoy still there. Lindgren, Martinez, Lindholm still on the team, playing with Perbix. And then in terms of the goaltending, again, Swayman's still there. They got this 82 Sved backing them up. So, I mean, a good team for sure. On paper, though, we are better. So here you go, guys. First game's in Boston, TD Garden. And we lose at no T. Honestly, President's Trophy winning team, not too bad. Hopefully, we can at least win one, though, in Boston before we head home. And there we go. Game 2, 5-1 win. That's big. Game 3, back in Hockeytown. Little Caesar Arena, 5-2 loss. Can we go back to Boston, tying this thing up? And we unfortunately do not. 4-0 loss. So this is a big game. Down 3-1. It's a must-win game. It's more than a big game. Game 5 in Boston. 3-2 OT win. Okay, there we go. Boys stay alive. Game 6 back at home. Can we do it again? And they do. And it's again in OT. 4-3. Forcing Game 7. I love this. They will not quit. I was thinking maybe we sub Bertuzzi in, but the boys are getting it done. Here we go. Game 7 in Boston. And we're down 1 early. Potter for them. 2-1 now. I was going to say we're doubling their shots. Branstad, Nygaard, Jared McCann, 27-16 shots. Resume simulation here. Can we hold on for what would be an amazing comeback? JT Compher with an early goal. Rasmussen after that. Are you kidding me? So much momentum on this side. Again, look at the shots. 32-18, 4-1 lead. Halfway through the third, we just cannot pull a Toronto Maple Leafs. 6.5, 5.5. We should be okay here. Boston's on power play late. Doesn't matter, we kill it. And there we go. What a comeback. Down 3-1. And we somehow pull it out. 3 straight wins. And we're back to the conference final for the 3rd straight year. Can we make it back to Stanley Cup final for the 3rd straight year? First, though, we have to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. And look at the Leafs here, guys. You got Nyes, Matthews, Nylander on that first line. Again, they have no more Marner. Robertson, Tavares, Domi, Minton there playing with Dvorak, Puljujarvi, Gurbenkin there playing with Cowan and Voigt. Defensively here, you got Riley, Provorov, Roy, McCabe, Susie, Ekman Larson. And then goaltending-wise, I mean, 83-82, ours are definitely better. And looking at Toronto, guys, I figured a lot of people probably want to know where Marner went. Well, he actually signed the Columbus Blue Jackets. Very interesting. He signed for $12.75. Would have been a, 6-year deal at the time, so definitely surprising to see him choose them. And another big name free agent here, guys, Quinn Hughes signed with the Hurricanes. Already had a stacked defense. They add Quinn Hughes. He got 16.3 on a 7-year deal. Unreal. But now here we go, guys. First game of the Eastern Conference Final. Detroit versus Toronto. We've got an original 6 matchup. Being from Windsor, half my friends are Red Wings fans, half are Leafs fans. And the Red Wings here take the early lead, 1-0. Edmondson actually, a minute into the game. A minute left in the period. Raymond scores there. Same with McCann. So 3-0 lead. And we hold on there 4-2. Leafs pulled it close, and then Garnett there with the empty netter sealed the deal. So now game 2 here, guys, of course, still at home in Detroit. We're going to have home ice advantage the rest of the playoffs if we do move on. And we're down 2 early. Matthews, Nylander. 3-2, okay. We were actually down 3, then Cousins to Brinkett scored in a row. Got 34 shots at 22. Can we tie this thing up in the 3rd? Unfortunately, we cannot. Tavares there. Cousins made it a game, but we couldn't find the equalizing goal. And now game 3 here, guys, we're in Toronto. Down 2. Nylander with a couple, all right. 3-1 to Brinkett for us, Robertson for them. Are the Leafs really going to take the series lead here? And they do. Wow, we outshot them again, 41-29, but does not matter. Now here we go, guys. Game 4. Chance to tie it up still in Toronto. And 3-2, okay. To Brinkett Cousins again. They had Matthews score a couple. Fraser Minton. 3-3. Branstad Nygaard. Let's go. Again, leading in shots. Can we have somebody, come alive here in the 3rd, win us this game? And are you kidding me? It's Dvorak for the Leafs. Wow. Okay, so down 3-1. I mean, we were in this same spot last year against the Bruins. Boys found a way to fight back. Obviously, doing it twice in a row is pretty tough. Also, they've actually won 3 straight, so they got pretty much all the momentum here. I mean, the games have been pretty close. I think we still have a chance. Game 5 back at home. And it's 1-1. Larkin for us. Robertson for them. 2-1 now. I'm just going to send the period and hope for the best. Wow, 4-2. The Leafs take us out. Ruin our hopes of winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. But, I mean, still, 3 straight Eastern Conference Finals. Can't be too upset with that. And now in the AHL, guys, they actually lost round 1 to the Milwaukee Admirals. I totally forgot to mention, too, at the beginning of the video, that the AHL team also won the Calder Cup last year. So both teams were looking to go back-to-back. Unfortunately, did not happen. And there you have it, guys. The playoffs are now complete. Maple Leafs there won the Stanley Cup, and the Springfield Thunderbirds won the Calder Cup. And the draft results are in. Calgary there, jumping from 8-1 to pick first overall. Dang. And now taking a look at the playoff tree here, guys, you can see the Leafs beat the Rangers in 6, Devils in 5, us in 5, and then swept the Blackhawks. Wow, Connor Bedard finally gets the Stanley Cup final and can't even get a win. That's tough. And then look at the playoff stats here. You can see ADB and Larkin both close to point per game. Patty Kane still getting it done. Very curious to see whether or not he retires. Raymond did well. Cousins. Dobson did really good. 11 points there as a D-man. Did anyone not perform? I mean, I feel like kind of what you'd expect overall. Goaltending, Kosa, 900. Maybe could have been a bit higher. He's got a bunch of X factors now, though, which is nice. And now take a look at the awards here, guys. Of course, Maple Leafs take on the Stanley Cup. Boston, their presidents. Individually there, Pastrnak there won the Art Ross Trophy and the Hart. Makar gets another James Norris, 3rd straight. Lady Bing as well. Rubrick did get the Calder. Tavares, Conn Smythe still with the Leafs. Shesterkin there got the Vezina as we predicted. Also gets William Jennings. You got Middleton there getting the Bill Masterton. Sharks coach Jack Adams. Barkov got the Selke. That's his, 3rd in 5 years. Pastrnak, Ted Lindsay, and then Matthews wins Maurice Richard. Look at the AHL next here. Springfield, of course, won the Calder. Individually, Berkeley Catton, most points. Ledwinski, MVP. Person there, got the most goals. Bucher, best rookie. Hopefully I'm saying some of these names right. Del Mastro, best defenseman. Debesh won best goalie. Texier there, MVP the playoffs. Ledwinski, sportsmanship. Schwozel there, community involvement. And finally, Rimpinen, lowest goals against. And next year, guys, we're taking a look at retired players. Like I said, very curious to see whether or not Patty Kane calls it a career. Ovechkin does the Montreal Canadiens, which is crazy to see. 995 goals. He definitely would keep playing. Get those 5 more goals, hit 1,000. Tavares goes out a champion. Good for him. Duchesne there with Calgary. Roman Josi as well retires. Wow, he was still, 88 overall. Letang. I mean, actually, what was Ovechkin's overall? At 42 years old. Still an 85. He had 37 goals. Crazy. Letang plays entire career with Pittsburgh. Ryan O'Reilly, Zuccarello, Vander Kane, Pietrangelo, Tarasenko, Hyman. I mean, maybe that's why I always trade him. Knew he was about to retire. Crazy Hyman retires, only 36. So, yeah, some pretty big names. But Patrick Kane still wants his 5th Stanley Cup. Goaltending, Marc-Andre Fleury there also retires. Same with Jake Allen, Grubauer, Matt Murray. And now, guys, we're at the NHL draft. So we'll take a look here and see who's the top player. Should be Maddox Schultz. Yes, it is. I think he's got highly potential. Behind him, you can see there are some, medium elites available for sure. We're picking pretty late, so don't see it, being possible. And now Casey McKenna here. He, of course, is Gavin McKenna's brother, so kind of cool to see. Looking at the gems. Oh, wow. We got a guaranteed low elite Swedish player. Going to be like a 7th round pick. Medium elite there at 8. Unfortunately, doesn't really help us out too much. In terms of guarantee potential, this guy's probably high top 4, the Swedish defenseman. Looking for medium elites that are going to go late. Goaltender, Berthium. Could be like an early 1st round pick. D. Nicola, late 2nd, early 3rd. And look at this, guys. You got this German here. Guaranteed low top 6. We can get him easily with the last pick of the draft. Always love when there's guys like that who obviously aren't amazing, but the fact you can get them so late, just really good value. Same with this Swiss defenseman, low top 4. We can get him with the 2nd last pick. And in this draft, guys, we're picking 30th, so not going to be too much available. We'll probably hold on to this pick, see who we can get. Nelson just went medium top 4. I mean, yeah, going to be a lot of medium top 6 forward, medium top 4 defenseman. The latest elite. I mean, I haven't seen one yet. This one pretty good. High top 4 for Philly. I'm at 15. You got another one there at 13. Elite, though, you got 9. Cargelati there going to Seattle Kraken. All elites above him, so nobody messed up. And then, yeah, Maddox Schultz there, 79 high elite. So maybe could boost his rating a little bit there to make sure he's like at least an 80 out of the draft. Now, with our pick, definitely some options. Probably the safe one, though, would just be a medium top 4 defenseman. Shea Weber, 3-year NHL ETA. Norman there, no similar style. Also, though, 3-year NHL ETA. And now Cypher's here, who could be high top 4, but the fact that he's an enforcer defenseman, at least they think he is, makes me think he's probably high top 6. And then we could also go with the goalie, but honestly, we don't need more goalies. I think rather take a defenseman. I'll be biased here, go with the Canadian guy in Norman. And 62 overall, medium top 4. Yeah, late 1st round pick. It's about what you'd expect. And Kalis here, hopefully I said that right. The other defenseman's a 63, so could have gotten a guy 1 overall higher, but not a big deal. He's also a defensive defenseman, whereas Norman there is offensive. And now next year, guys, I'm trying to move up a bit of the Sharks in the 2nd round, going from 62 to 57. Offering up Gurasimic, was the AHL backup this year, had good numbers, but next year he'll probably be 3rd string, as we got Ivan Kovic, who's still going to be in the AHL. If not him, it'll be Augustine, and then Bickle there, 77 medium elite. He'll be the backup. So if you can get us to move up a bit in the 2nd round, I'm happy. They say yes. So Honestly, that's probably a very good deal for them, but also too for us as a guy I want. This ensures we do have a chance to take him. He was the one that could be elite. D. Nicola there, centerman, 3 bars, medium elite from the Everett Silvertips. Here we go. And a medium top 6. Okay, I mean, still end of the second round, 65 overall. Kind of better than our first round pick, so I don't hate that. And I was hoping to maybe trade the signing rights to JT Compher and Connor Murphy. Unfortunately, as you guys can see, it's basically like no value at all. And now next year, guys are picking at number 101, so probably just going to take a guy a little bit early. I'm looking at Pedersen here, guaranteed a low elite, Swedish guy. He's also a gem, and 53 overall low elite. Interesting. I thought as a gem, he might be a bit higher rated. And we're now picking at 122, so we could take this other low elite guy, the American. I just want to double check. This goaltender here could be medium elite. Definitely risky. So yeah, we'll just take Reimer here. 59 overall low elite. So again, I think for a 4th round pick, that's solid. And now that goalie who could be medium elite still available, offering up the Buffalo Sabres our 4th next year, the 7th next year for their 5th this year, which is the first pick in the 5th round. So almost a 4th and a 7th this year as well. And they say yes. So I think that was a pretty fair trade. Gonna take a chance on the goalie. Again, he might not be medium elite, but I feel like honestly it's worth the chance. And he's a fringe starter. Okay, like I said, that's why it was a chance pick. And now next year, guys, pick 190. I guess we'll take the Swiss defenseman because he's ranked there a lot higher. 268, guaranteed a low top 4. Only 48 overall. And then with our 7th round pick here, we just got back from the Buffalo Sabres. We'll take Kress here, who's the guaranteed a low top 6 German forward. So overall, I feel like the draft went pretty solid. And so now, guys, we're in the resign phase with $8.5 million in cap space, which is honestly more than I expected. You can see all of our top players under contract. I mean, the only guy we really have to sign is Patrick Kane. JT Compher, Connor Murphy, we have younger guys that can take the spots. I would probably rather that too. Patrick Kane wants a 2-year deal. That is crazy. I mean, just give him what he wants, I guess. $4 million on a 2-year. And yeah, accepts the offer immediately. So leaves us with $5.5 million. And honestly, we have like no holes. So probably just going to leave that 5.5 for the trade deadline. Kiskinen, like I said, I want to bring in for Compher. He wants no money. We need him for 4 more years. 2 years still at 800K. 3 years is 1.2. 4 years is 1.6. That's actually really good. I'm actually going to overpay him here by 300K. 1.9 for 4 years. Again, this is me kind of betting on him being a solid 4th liner. Looking at it, 88 D awareness, decent physical. There's really no reason why he shouldn't be. And then Bolshnikov here, for now is an AHL player, but maybe he gets called up eventually. Obviously, Bertuzzi didn't end up needing. You know what? When we were down 3-1, I guess I could have subbed him in, to be honest. I kind of like, when we were down 3-1 at the least, I kind of honestly forgot I had him. I was just worried about somehow coming back. But, it was a good idea, I guess. We could add a familiar face for a pretty cheap price. Why not? Kluchonk's 27 now, so let him go. And I'm signing this Bickle goalie here, guys. Like I said, he'll be the AHL backup behind Ivan Kovic, and our goaltending situation is just absolutely stacked. And we actually could sign Connor Murphy here, 4.8, but again, with Hensler, 1 overall less, 14 years younger, it makes sense to get him in the NHL. And looking at JT Compher here, guys, he only wants 3.9. I mean, he's still a solid defensive forward, 4.5-star defense, 5-star physical. Skating, though, has gone down quite a bit. Dang, I'm like wondering if maybe we do keep him. Although, it's going to cost us a bit more money, and I think the young guys could end up passing him. So you know what, I think I am going to let him go, and then we have that cap space, like I said, to maybe make some sort of crazy deadline splash. I could trade, Brand Nygaard, bring in somebody back that's more expensive. Could even go crazy, trade Garnett. Definitely gives us a ton of options. And there we go, guys. Carter Mazur said yes, come back to the AHL team. Kiskinen as well said yes. Like I said, he'll be replacing Compher. Hopefully, he grows and ends up passing him very shortly, because we are getting a little bit worse in the meantime, but again, to get better in the future. And I think that was actually it for the resign phase. Again, didn't have, too many guys on expiring contracts. Next, you're going to take a look at free agency. Brant Clark's #1 free agent, wants $14 million. He's 25, though, so still an RFA. Same goes for Cutter Gauthier, James Hagens, Crosby there. Apparently leaving Pittsburgh at 40 years old. Fabian Zetterlund wants 10, crazy. Kirby Dach, Kendrick Lapierre, Max Domi, Brodin, Svechkov. I mean, Svechkov usually does get to be a really good 2-way forward. Yeah, like you can see there, 94 D awareness. Unfortunately, can't quite afford him. Again, I think it makes sense for us. Like, our team's fine. Save that $4.7 million for the deadline. We can retain, 50% on somebody that's expiring, that's a superstar. Bring them in, try and really push the team over the top. In terms of 2-way goalies, a couple medium starters, which right now is not even good enough for us. Defensively, this Koivunen guy, 2065 low elite. Honestly, we can sign him for free, might as well. In terms of forwards here, you got Pham, 2071 low elite sniper. That's actually really good. 7th round pick by the Lightning, 2026. I don't understand why they wouldn't sign him. And there we go, he said yes. And honestly, guys, that's probably all we're gonna do for free agency. I'll make sure we have conversations with everyone over the summer about what they need to improve on and, you know, just try and get back to Stanley Cup final next year. This is an interesting one, guys. Edmonton Oilers offering us Brad Marchand in third for Bladder there and Josephson. I'm gonna say no, we just don't need Marchand, but definitely interesting to see them trying to trade him. And I noticed you guys had another conversation with Derek Lalonde about next season. I'm thinking we should still be, contending for the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Now, in terms of the preseason focus, I feel like everyone's physical is pretty good at this point, so I'll probably do 5v5 focus there, give a bit of speed. Probably won't do this one too many more times because a lot of these guys, you know, their speed's gonna be dropping too much, but I'll look at, like, you know, the team morale one or maybe even try something new. You guys can let me know in the comments section when that's working well for you. And so now, guys, we're at the start of next season. I'll show what the team is looking like. I'm really excited. I feel like we are stacked. No reason why I can't get back to the Stanley Cup final. So first line, no change. McCann, Larkin, Raymond. And I'm just looking at that +5. Second line's also still the same, although Kane did lose an X factor. Cousins here gained a bunch. He's an 89 overall now. DeBrincat there's a 90. Hopefully can talk to DeBrincat about the scheme fit. He said no like the last 2 years. I need him to agree to the second line scheme fit to make up for Kane not having an X factor. That way we'll get +5 chem. Third line, you got Marco Kasper, 88. Danielson's there now, 87. And then Garnett there, still an 85, but elite potential. Should hopefully grow. I mean, Danielson, Kasper looking like ultimate two-way forwards. Even the fourth line there, Kiskinen, Rasmussen have actually got in the middle. He's 87, fourth line center. And then Brandstad, Nygaard, 85. I mean, come on, that center depth. 87, 87, 89, 94. I don't see anyone in the NHL matching up with us. Defensively as well, the top four there. They were all 90 plus, now they're all 91 plus. 93, 94, 92, 91. Are you kidding me with the +5? Like, this D-core is insane. Bouillon 86, Hensler 85 on the bottom D pair. In terms of the goaltending, Costa's a 90 starter. Augustine backing up 87. Like, this team's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, too, a lot of this team was already here. We just added kind of some perimeter pieces. So it just kind of shows how good the Red Wings farm system is. AHL-wise as well, Bolshnikov's now at 84. Like, I don't know what to do with them. We don't really have a, option for him in the top 6. Not as good defensively as anyone in the bottom 6. So next year, assuming Patty Kane retires, he probably gets a call-up, takes his spot. Also could use him in a trade. The rest of the AHL team, I like the top 6. Kind of cool, too. On the third line, we got the Griva twins. And on the fourth line, we got the Dower Nielsen brothers. A family affair here in the AHL. Defensively as well, Wallander, Akey, both 80 plus. You can see the defense, I think, looks good. And, of course, goaltending. Ivan Kovic here is an 86 starter down in the AHL. We literally have just an embarrassment of riches. So I think, too, we have, like, what, 5 million cap space? Could probably trade, Ivan Kovic, Akey, Bolshnikov, and a first. And, maybe even someone on the NHL team as well. Try and bring back a true superstar. That's my idea. Whether we do it, start next season or wait till the deadline, I'm not too sure. So you guys can let me know in the comments section what you think I should do. But in terms of next season, guys, we've got 94 offense, 95 defense, and 93 goaltending. I think that's our highest ratings yet. So hopefully the team plays really well. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.